Day 232, Exile, Jeremiah 9, Ezekiel 39, Proverbs 15 verses 1 through 4. Let's begin. Jeremiah 9. Who will provide water for my head, and a fount of tears for my eyes? And then I will weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Who will provide me, in the wilderness, with a lodging place along the road? And then I will forsake my people, and withdraw from them. For they are all adulterers, a union of transgressors. And they have bent their tongue, like a bow, to send forth lies and not the truth. They have been strengthened upon the earth. And they have gone from one evil to another. But they have not known me, says the Lord. Let each one guard himself against his neighbor, and let him have no trust in any brother of his. For every brother will utterly overthrow, and every friend will advance deceitfully. And a man will deride his brother, and they will not speak the truth. For they have taught their tongue to speak lies, they have labored to commit iniquity. Your habitation is in the midst of deceit. In their deceitfulness, they have refused to know me, says the Lord. Because of this, thus says the Lord of hosts, behold, I will refine them, and I will test them. For what else can I do before the face of the daughter of my people? Their tongue is a wounding arrow, it has spoken deceit. With his mouth he speaks peace with his friend, and then he secretly lies in ambush for him. Shall I not visit upon them concerning these things, says the Lord? Or shall my soul not take vengeance on a nation of this kind? I will take up weeping and lamentation over the mountains, and mourning over the beautiful places in the desert. For they have been scorched because no man is passing through them. And they have not heard the voice of any occupant. From the birds of the air, even to the cattle, they have migrated and withdrawn. And I will make Jerusalem into piles of sand, and into a lair for serpents. And I will make the cities of Judah desolate, so much so that there will be no inhabitant. Who is the wise man who understands this, and to whom a word from the mouth of the Lord may be given, so that he may announce this, why the land has perished, and has been scorched like a desert, so much so that no one passes through it? And the Lord said, It is because they have abandoned my law, which I gave to them, and they have not listened to my voice, and they have not walked by it. And they have gone after the depravity of their own heart, and after Baal, which they learned from their fathers. For this reason, thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will feed this people with absinthe, and I will give them the water of gall to drink. And I will disperse them among nations, which they and their fathers have not known. And I will send the sword after them, until they are consumed. Thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, consider and call upon the women mourners, and let them approach. And send to those women who are wise, and let them hurry. Let them hasten to take up a lamentation over us. Let our eyes shed tears, and our eyelids run with water. For a voice of lamentation has been heard from Zion. How is it that we have been devastated and greatly confounded? Our tabernacles have been thrown down because we have forsaken the land. Therefore, listen, O women, to the word of the Lord, and let your ears take up the word of his mouth. And teach your daughters to lament, and let each one teach her neighbor to mourn. For death has climbed through our windows. It has entered our houses to perish the little children from the outdoors, the youths from the streets. Speak, thus says the Lord, and the corpses of men will fall like manure over the face of the countryside, and like hay behind the back of the reaper, and there will be no one to gather it. Thus says the Lord, the wise man should not glory in his wisdom, and the strong man should not glory in his strength, and the rich man should not glory in his riches. But he who glories should glory in this, to know me and to know me well. For I am the Lord, who accomplishes mercy and judgment and justice upon the earth. For these things are pleasing to me, says the Lord. Behold, the days are approaching, says the Lord, when I will visit upon all who are uncircumcised. Upon Egypt, and upon Judah, and upon Edom, and upon the sons of Ammon, and upon Moab, and upon all who have shaved off their hair, living in the desert. For all the nations are uncircumcised in body, but all the house of Israel is uncircumcised in heart. Ezekiel 39. But as for you, son of man, prophesy against Gog, and you shall say, Thus says the Lord God, Behold, I am above you, O Gog, prince of the head of Meshech and Tubal. And I will turn you around, and I will lead you away, and I will cause you to rise up from the parts of the north. And I will bring you over the mountains of Israel. And I will strike your bow in your left hand, and I will cast away your arrows from your right hand. You will fall upon the mountains of Israel, you and all your companies, and your peoples who are with you. I have given you over to the wild animals, to the birds, and to every flying thing, and to the beasts of the earth, in order to be devoured. You will fall upon the face of the field. For I have spoken, says the Lord God. And I will send a fire upon Magog, and upon those who are living confidently in the islands. And they shall know that I am the Lord. And I will make known my holy name in the midst of my people, Israel, and my holy name will no longer be defiled. And the Gentiles shall know that I am the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, it approaches, and it is done, says the Lord God. This is the day, about which I have spoken. And the inhabitants from the cities of Israel will go forth, and they will kindle and burn the weapons, the shields and the spears, the bows and the arrows, and the staff and the lance. And they will kindle fires with them for 7 years. And they will not carry wood from the countryside, and they will not cut from the forests. For they will kindle the weapons with fire. And they will prey upon those who had preyed upon them, and they will plunder those who had plundered them, says the Lord God. And this shall be in that day, I will give Gog a renowned place as a sepulchre in Israel, the valley of the wayfarers to the east of the sea, which will cause astonishment in those who pass by. And in that place they will bury Gog and all his multitude, and it will be called the valley of the multitude of Gog. And the house of Israel will bury them, so that they may cleanse the land, for 7 months. Then all the people of the earth will bury them, and this shall be for them a renowned day, on which I have been glorified, says the Lord God. And they shall appoint men to continually examine the earth, so that they may seek out and bury those who have remained on the surface of the earth, so that they may cleanse it. Then, after 7 months, they will begin to seek. And they will go around, traveling the earth. And when they will have seen the bone of a man, they will station a marker beside it, until the undertakers may bury it in the valley of the multitude of Gog. And the name of the city will be, the multitude. And they shall cleanse the earth. As for you, then, Son of man, thus says the Lord God, say to every flying thing, and to all the birds, and to all the beasts of the field, Assemble. Hurry! Rush together from every side to my victim, which I have immolated for you, a great victim upon the mountains of Israel, so that you may consume flesh, and drink blood. You shall eat the flesh of the powerful, and you shall drink the blood of the princes of the earth, of rams and lambs and he-goats and bulls, and of fattened birds and all that is fat. And you shall consume the fat unto satiation, and you shall drink the blood unto inebriation, from the victim that I will immolate for you. And you shall be satiated, upon my table, from horses and powerful horsemen, and from all the men of war, says the Lord God. And I will set my glory among the Gentiles. And all the nations shall see my judgment, which I have accomplished, and my hand, which I have laid upon them. And the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord their God, from that day and thereafter. And the Gentiles shall know that the house of Israel was taken captive because of their own iniquity, because they abandoned me. And so I concealed my face from them, and I delivered them into the hands of their enemies, and they all fell by the sword. I have acted toward them in accord with their uncleanness and wickedness, and so I concealed my face from them. Because of this, thus says the Lord God, now I will lead back the captivity of Jacob, and I will take pity upon the entire house of Israel. And I will act with zeal on behalf of my holy name. And they shall bear their shame and all their transgression, by which they betrayed me, though they were living in their own land confidently, dreading no one. And I will lead them back from among the peoples, and I will gather them together from the lands of their enemies, and I will be sanctified in them, in the sight of the many nations. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, because I carried them away to the nations, and I gathered them upon their own land, and I did not abandon any of them there. And I will no longer conceal my face from them, For I have poured out my Spirit upon the entire house of Israel, says the Lord God. Proverbs 15 verses 1 through 4. A mild response shatters anger, but a harsh word stirs up fury. The tongue of the wise adorns knowledge, but the mouth of the senseless gushes with foolishness. In every place, the eyes of the Lord consider good and evil. A peaceful tongue is a tree of life, but that which is immoderate will crush the spirit.